Well, hello there, guys. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Strategic Mind, the Pacific. I've actually had this game for quite a while, but it was just released, I believe, 2 or 3 days ago. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game and sort of see how things have changed. Even when I released this the first time, people really enjoyed it. The voice acting was great. The actual gameplay is quite fun. Not sure about how the game's going to turn out in the end, but we're going to do the USA Pacific campaign
began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion. As the U.S. struggles to bring together its naval forces in the Pacific and prepare retaliation, you have to take the role of Admiral Chester William Nimitz.
Now we are starting on a reasonable difficulty. I love the different difficulties here. You can even do
Greetings and good morning, Hawaii. You're listening to Radio Honolulu. Today, December the 7th, the weather is perfect, and we would like to bring this song for the listening pleasure of all U.S. military personnel on Hawaii.
You have to admit, for a strategy game, they also went all out on graphics here. It almost looks like Fallout 4, honestly. Really impressed with that.
Jenny,
I'm not sure it was necessary, but it shows love for their product.
Mom, is Daddy going to leave us again today? Yes, Jenny. You know full well that he's on duty, even on Sundays.
Could have hired Agrippa for voice work, but just saying, just throwing it out there.
Hey, you two. I have a surprise for both of you. I took the day off, so I could spend the entire day with 2 beautiful ladies.
We get to play with Daddy today!
Don't worry. The Arizona will somehow manage without me for one whole day.
I believe the Arizona is one of the ships sunk at Pearl Harbor, so this guy may be quite lucky if that's the case. Here we go. Japanese and coming in. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful.
You meet them down the pipe in olive drab and khaki. I'll hold you down the heights.
That is one lucky soldier, or one lucky seaman, I should say. Alright guys, so now we're jumping into the Battle of the Coral Sea, essentially trying to get revenge for Pearl Harbor. This is our first and only chance to get revenge. Oh my goodness, maybe he wasn't so lucky. Very rare for strategic games to give you this sort of dramatic interest in the actual game.
Mommy!
Where you're actually, like, invested.
Mommy! Get up! Mommy, please, get up! Mommy! Please!
And no, the voice acting... the voice acting is terrible, I will say that. At least for some of the characters, not all of them are decent. Oh my goodness, the president, really?
This is preposterous. Utterly preposterous. Our Pacific Fleet has been destroyed at Pearl Harbor, clearly demonstrating
we're gonna skip the rest. There's a lot of exposition here, and I like that. I mean, if I'm playing alone, if I'm doing the stream, probably not so much.
Admiral, the Port Moresby base.
So guys, we're trying to protect Port Moresby from a potential Japanese invasion. First thing we want to do is go ahead and reunite our fleet and just keep these boys together as best we can. Good to see you, Eric, and Haraman. Good to see you, man. Yeah, the voice acting was pretty bad. Again, like, they could have hired me. I'm not that expensive, man. Look at my work for Order of Battle, and look at my work for Close Combat. I will toot my own horn all day. In any case, mistakes have been made. So what we're going to do here is push forward and just get this fleet together, merge our fleets. Now, one important thing is that we don't lose our aircraft carriers. That's definitely something we don't want to happen.
Contact with Task Force 11.
Great. Take command of all ships. Yorktown alone would not stand a chance against the Japanese, but a joint fleet with 2 carriers has a good chance of winning this battle.
All right, again, I don't want to lose any of these carriers, but look at this. We've already got, I believe it's a Japanese scout plane. It's probably going to order us to take it out. I'm not sure we're going to be able to.
A Japanese recon aircraft has been sighted close to our task force.
It cannot be allowed to escape.
All right, so they want us to destroy this thing. This is a secondary objective,
prefer to keep
but I'm
our
not sure our
distance.
Wildcat, can he catch up this turn? Oh, yes, he can. Let's send the Wildcat out. Here we go, boys. Start taking the Japanese on. If we could take out this scout plane, it would certainly help us. Here we go. For Pearl Harbor. There we go. Good shooting. Okay.
Great.
We
We
Good
made
shooting.
sure he was not
We
able
get
to
20
reveal
points added to our score.
location.
And at this point, we'll push. I pretty much know where the enemy's going to pop up from. It's going to be to the
don't need
west, but we
islands when
might
you
want
have
to go and help
carriers.
the Americans up here to the north. Let's end the turn.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. My pilots spotted a group of Japanese warships heading for Tulagi Island. Apparently, they are planning to seize the island. Our garrison does not stand a chance against an attack. However, your fleet is capable of overpowering any invading forces.
Right, so we could try to take out enemy transports. This is a pretty crazy mission. If we manage to sink Japanese transports, think of how many thousands of Japanese soldiers we could eliminate from the war. So I am going to go to Tulagi Island here to the north, but again, it is pretty risky. Going up to this area, it's kind of hard to get a nice shot, a proper shot, when the enemy advances. I think you guys will get a good idea of that when that happens. For now, I am going to send out the Devastator.
Yeah, everything's so
We
hectic.
have to also remember to bring these boys back. I will say the
don't
one
need
bit of
islands
voice
when
acting
you
I
have
love in this game
carriers.
are the Devastator
Airplanes
pilots,
are
or
the
just
best.
the Wildcat and Devastator pilots in general.
Can I serve
Very
another
good.
vessel?
The rest
These
kind of,
guys are
yeah,
boring.
not great.
Guarding bigger vessels.
Go, boys.
Seeking out the enemy.
Strength in
All
numbers.
systems are go. We better be kept away from the enemy.
I'm actually going to keep the planes in this
Forces
one.
are
I'm not going to
comprised
send
of
them
both
out.
core
I
and
want to risk
non-core
every
units.
single one of our
Core units
planes.
strength indicator
in
is
this first
green
battle.
and round shaped, and for non-core units,
And let's
it is
bring up
yellow
the
and
beautiful
hexagon
Colorado
shaped.
class.
Core
Look
units
at that,
allocated
baby. And
for
yes,
one
in this
mission
game, you
only,
can zoom
while
in
the core units
as
will
close as
accompany
you
you throughout.
want. I love that.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir. I'm not sure that's appropriate. Why does Roosevelt have an English accent? Yeah, exactly. It detracts from the game. This is what I mean, man. Like, voice acting's important. Like, no doubt about it. Because otherwise, I'm liking the game so far. The gameplay, I even like the storyline and what they're trying to do with it. But if you're trying to get a dramatic storyline, why would you skimp on the voice actors, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, here we go. Japanese advance. Paid like thousands for that entire animation sequence. Could have spent like a third of that money or a quarter of that money to get some better actors. All right, here we go. So they are invading the Japanese. They're actually on the island now. I'm not sure we can stop them. We can try to damage them, but it's going to be pretty tough to get the secondary objective here. Unless we bombard the infantry forces directly. I knew this would be a problem for sure. I've spotted our sub. Actually did quite a bit of damage to the hull there.
It's a pity we have not used this great reconnaissance tool before. Acting blindly is...
Look at those massive ships. These are just huge ships. Kagero class. It's just one of the additional ones over here. We could go for the Kagero class with the
It is
sub.
so boring in here. Can we attack? Are we going home?
Yeah, we would actually lose more men. You can see there, so I'm
It
pulling the
looks
sub
too
back.
deep here. Won't we drown?
Time to move.
Let's start engaging one of these absolutely massive Japanese ships, or should we engage the Kagero class? No, I'm going for one of these bigger ships.
Oh, yes, we'll show them
And as you can see, now that we've identified it, not nearly as terrifying as we originally thought. We are going to keep the fire up. Keep it up, baby. To take this guy out easily. Show
Ammunition
them
and
the
fuel
power of the
icons
US
next to
Navy.
unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn,
firing as we go.
So So you can actually fire as you move. That's quite neat. And he seems to be really badly damaged, so I'm going to see if I can't finish off the job here.
Escort ships are the glue that holds.
Gonna have to get a little closer to be able to spot him. Ooh, I don't see him. Is he down? Maybe he is. So what we're gonna do is focus our fire. I wonder if we should try to focus fire on the infantry. I just don't feel we could take enough of them out to save the airfield. But you know what? We'll try. We'll try. We're gonna get the old college try, providing some fire support there.
Is there anything better than serving on a US battleship? I don't think so.
That's a weird line. That's a very strange line. I'm not sure many of my English friends would agree with that. But I guess I guess he was saying it
Did you have any
a touch of what's it called? My brain, I'm totally fried right now. My goodness.
Ship parts such as hull, engine,
been up for
main
24
gun,
hours,
second
and
gun,
that's enough to fry my brain.
And others. Most of them have their own HP.
Right, here we go. Yeah, we'll keep on firing. Why not?
And
And maybe saving that airfield will get us some valuable points.
Depends on the current
Put that
HP
towards the
of
next
each
battle.
individual
So
gun.
I will go ahead and go for it.
We go against the tide.
So it looks like the aircraft carrier. I wasn't aware of this. It's got guns of its own here. I did not know that.
Hey, where are our escort ships? Can't we just stay away and launch planes?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be as
I was
fun.
born a pilot.
I'm going to go for the anti-aircraft gun here. I think if we can damage that, obviously he will be an easy target for more of our attacks. So let's go ahead, drop some bombs. Beautiful. Hopefully we damage that, although I think we just damaged the hull in this case. Nothing too serious that he can't overcome. And let's go for an attack here on the infantry. That's right, boys, we're bringing you air support. Alright, not bad. Too bad we can't get a second attack.
Fighter planes are vital for
It'd also be nice because we would have an airfield in the area, which is very valuable.
Protect, and they will provide fire support. Fighters are able to attack ground targets.
Where did this guy go?
I was
Oh,
born
no.
a pilot. Let's not exceed our range.
So this guy's more a torpedo bomber. Not going to be as effective against the enemy. We should have just sent him over here against the enemy transport ship. We'll try to make up for our mistake by sending out some subs and taking some shots here.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, not bad. But he has pop sonar. They're gonna throw some actual barrels here. Capture the airfield at all costs, says Eric. It's not our most important mission, but we'll definitely try to.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
We'll carry you through this battle.
We'll carry you through this battle. Get it? Awful pun. I'll just bring him forward. I'm not gonna launch any planes. I might maybe I'll launch one, but he's pretty well defended here by the rest of the ships.
Each carrier can carry
So I'm going to keep the planes on board, let them fuel up, get ready for the fight. Let's end the turn. Wonder if we did enough damage to the invading force to stop the invasion of this island. I'm not sure. I mean, we're talking about thousands of Japanese troops. It's going to take a little bit of a miracle. And as you can see, they've taken that airfield. They've taken that airfield. Yeah, we couldn't stop that. What we should do now is try to save the rest of our ships for the massive Japanese fleet heading for Port Moresby. That's our main real danger, to be honest with you. Nice! Caught in a trap. We should be able to completely destroy him this turn. I think we'll also bring all of our aircraft back to the aircraft carrier, land them, and prepare for the real invasion.
Sir, we have intercepted a radio exchange between the ships of a large Japanese fleet northwest of Tulagi Island. It's moving southward.
The Japanese main carrier force approaches. We will engage and destroy it.
Tulagi has fallen. My men fought like heroes, but the fleet did not support them.
Thanks a lot, MacArthur. So we're going to go ahead and get our guys back on the carrier first of all. Now, one thing is, for this battle, we don't have enough ships to take out the Japanese fleet. There's no way. But we do have a lot of friends in Port Moresby and other parts here of the Pacific that are going to provide us help once that fleet arrives, hopefully. And at that point, we should be able to withstand you know, somewhat of an attack. So again, I'll get these guys back. You know, they probably would be good for another couple of turns, but we might as well go ahead and refuel them. Maybe deal with some damage here. I'm not even sure if I want to keep attacking that Japanese ship. I could go for a strike here. Not with the plane, because he would do very poorly against that ship.
In God we trust.
All right, I'm going to engage,
and a great
see if we
tool
can't
for
take him
wreaking
out.
havoc on any enemy troops. While we have to be careful of the anti-aircraft units overwatching.
I mean, of course, he's
support.
always going to be a
It is
problem
better
to
to
us,
enemy positions
no matter what, so
Do
we
not
do
leave
want to
your
keep
tactical
engaging here.
protection.
See if we can't just eliminate this
prime
guy so
target
he's not
for
behind our
enemy
ship or
fighter
anything like that. What can we do about our submarine? Can he get out of here? I guess this. So when the destroyer lands on top of the submarine assumes a defensive posture, pretty much hiding from the destroyer, and it cannot move that turn. Interesting.
One volley of
I think we've got a kill. Yeah, there we go, guys. First blood for the U.S. Navy. Of course, we've got this guy also in our way, so let's start targeting him. Now, the shell hole effect is really neat in this game, and we can actually patch up our own ships, fixing shell holes and fixing fires. We're going to be doing that to this ship right here, the Clemson class, next turn. But this turn, we're going to keep on fighting. Because I think we have a victory here. One more shot, and he's gone, especially from a behemoth like the Colorado. Let him have it. There we go. Not even sure if we should fire at the Japanese as we pass by. I figure we should just keep on advancing and try to find that fleet as
Capital
quickly as
ships are
possible.
equipped with long-range, powerful main guns capable of striking through an armored deck.
So again, here we're going to repair, and I'm going to repair the shell hole. We'll probably also have to repair the fire. This guy is going to have to undergo a lot of work, a lot of maintenance to get back to normal.
Do we get to blow up some enemy vessel?
I'm fed up with seeing the same ugly mugs every day. Conducting active search for
I like this feature of the game where it kind of like follows the ship to give you like a nice close-up view of the ship itself. It also does this like on special attacks. And if you want to skip this, you just kind of click like that, you skip it. But I think it's a nice touch. I really do. I think the developers of this game had the right idea. Don't get me wrong. Just a few places where they fell short.
Will like swimming. Not really.
We go against the tide.
What do you guys think so far? Nice, Eric. All right, let's end that turn. Yeah, no need to repair there. Apparently, we also have two more ships over there to the lower right-hand side. This is a convoy arriving, and of course, we're tasked with protecting it. But what I was looking at is, what do we have over here? So this looks just to be, we do have the seaport, and we do have, I guess this is just a standard town here, the maritime hub. So this is a supply point. Interesting. All right. That's pretty cool, man. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me. Yeah, we won't be going there this turn. We just have to keep, or not even this turn, this entire battle. We need to find that fleet. I think we might be able to find it here. Look at that Colorado. She is a beaut. Still not spotting that Japanese fleet, but they're going to be somewhere over here. Look at that shark! Oh, that is so cool. I love that. I love the little touches like that. Apparently, there's a megalodon in the game.
An escort ship equipped with medium caliber naval guns, anti-aircraft guns, torpedoes, and anti-submarine depth charges.
This guy needs repair, so let's go ahead. Let's fix one of the shell holes.
However,
fire, no, that's not an issue. So let's fix the engine here.
Destroy them with depth charges.
And interesting, we can fix and move, which I think is really cool. Definitely don't often see that in a strategy game.
At your disposal.
Can I serve in another
might as well go ahead and fix the submarine as well.
Borrowing.
He seems to be all right.
Are we going home?
We prefer to keep our distance.
Now, I'm pretty confident that the Japanese are going to be very close, so I'm sending out
hectic.
all the planes for my carriers at this
Just
point.
over 200 miles an hour. We'll get there in no time.
Best of luck, boys.
Airfield at your disposal.
We keep the skies clean.
We prefer
Also, if we
to
can
keep
have a
our
nice,
distance.
essentially a
Godspeed.
shield of planes, when the enemy
Carriers
Air Force
are the
arrives,
main
it's going to be
instrument of modern
pretty numerous.
warfare.
We might be able to damage it pretty
aim for
pretty
the
well. Now, keep in
sky.
mind that
I like
the
flying.
Japanese have some very nice
It's
carriers of their own.
liberating.
So they're going to be able to land their planes as well if we
Carrier-based
damage them a
aircraft
lot.
is
So we
different
really
from
need to try
ordinary
and wipe them out
aviation,
like
as it can land and
immediately,
take off from
as quickly
carriers.
as possible,
It can
basically.
resupply ammunition and fuel and restore its
So,
damage.
you know, time
on
is
board
of the
carriers.
essence in these battles.
All systems are go.
Will I become a hero? Guess not. Can I serve
Let's
in
bring
another
that
vessel?
sub over. He's definitely not in the best of shape, but nonetheless, we'll bring him over. Bring this guy too. Obviously, we want to try and repair him, but it's going to take some time, and I want to get him away from that Tulagi Island area. All right, let's see if we can spot that Japanese fleet this turn. I think we'll spot him. There we go. There's the aircraft carriers. And if we can take out Japanese aircraft carriers, that is huge to our men. It's a tremendous morale victory. Because, you know, like I said, the Japanese have some amazing aircraft carriers. They're able to land their Zeros on them, etc., and use them in attacks, you know, very easily. So if we can knock those out, it's going to help the war effort big time. There we go. The Zeros are being unleashed. Let's see if we can respond in kind, folks. This should be an interesting little battle here. All right. Looks like he might be taking off already. They might be going straight for Port Moresby, actually. Well, allows us to focus on what's important, which is going to be the enemy aircraft carriers. Okay, here we go. Some automatic fire from our actual planes here on this this Zero that's moving. And I think we might be able to knock her out. Maybe this turn or next turn at the very least. Got him down to 6, not too bad, but Zero actually performed better in combat. Here we go, that's what we need. Those anti-aircraft guns. The fight has absolutely begun at this point. And now that we know that those aircraft carriers can absolutely fire their own guns, we are going to be targeting enemy ships left and right. I think we might try to take out the escorts first, and then go for the aircraft carriers. I don't think those aircraft carriers can do a lot of damage on their own, so if we can knock those air escorts out, maybe we'll make our job a little bit easier. All right, boys. Oh, nighttime. So there we go. We've got actual time effects. I like that. That's really cool. It's a pretty dangerous attack, but we will do damage to the carrier if we go through with it. Come on, boys. Do it for Pearl Harbor. Let's go for the anti-aircraft gun, of course. Best of luck to our pilots here.
Damage is indicated with the numbers above
Nice.
the unit being
All
attacked.
right.
For ground and aircraft units, there are 2 types of damage: lethal and non-lethal.
Yes, we know. The info's cool, but
I cannot
my
live
goodness.
without the skies.
Yeah, I can't. I never complain in a game about too much info. That's generally almost always a good thing. All right, let's go ahead for
With
the
great
aircraft
power
carrier once
comes
again. This time we'll be
greater
using our
bombs.
torpedo bomber. A little bit better at actually hitting this area, I believe.
No hurry
And
at
this
all.
guy has got to get
Just
back
over
to a
200
carrier.
miles an hour.
Come on, man.
Our planes are the best.
Let's land. He's gonna have to repair himself, or he will not be welcome back in the fight.
I'm
It's not gonna
claustrophobic,
be
you know?
of much use. Time to bring the
Hey,
subs
you
in. They
noticed
haven't seen
me.
much
My
combat.
mother will be
But look
proud.
at that. We would actually take more damage once again. What if we attack the carrier? Yeah, we would still take more damage, but we would damage it. Okay.
Gotcha.
All for one and one for all mentality here. Fire away. Beautiful. I want to see that carrier sinking.
This is an enemy unit. Right-click on it for more information.
Yeah, maybe we should try to fire here and sink the escort. Let's go for it. Let's get rid of the escort ship.
You don't need islands when you have carriers.
Good point.
We'll put them to flight, sir.
Reporting as ordered.
We might want to allow this guy to undergo some repairs, but it's not really the time. So let's actually target the Japanese Zero here. Oh, we got tracers flying up at the screen. I love that. And, ooh, demoralized. He's fleeing. Not bad. Okay, you know what? He might be able to also fix the shell hole. Let's do it.
All these fancy new carriers will not replace good old 400.
Here we go, guys. That's a kill on one of the Japanese ships. This Not one of the carriers, but we are reducing their navy little by little.
Finally, some action.
This guy badly needs repairs. Namely, the fire needs to be put out.
Guarding bigger vessels.
Apparently, he's not going to be repairing this turn. All right, fair enough. Let's see if we can get him to open fire on the enemy plane at the very least. Oh, lucky day. That is a dead zero. That's what I like to see.
Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together.
We could engage that plane, but no, I'm going to go for the carrier once again. And this Clemson class can actually do quite a lot of damage. The destroyers can do a lot of damage to the carriers. And mostly because they have those torps, just like submarine. Now got a shell hole in that carrier. That's what I like to see. Open fire.
Continue the onslaught.
As you can see, the health on that thing is quite amazing.
We keep traditions of the Navy.
All systems are go.
And I believe next turn, or maybe even this coming turn,
Better to die
we're actually going to be getting support from our friends at Port Moresby. I'm going to target their plane, of course, try to knock it out with the Wildcats. They're specifically made for knocking zeros out of the sky, so let us make sure to knock a few of these out of the sky at the very least.
We're eager to fly.
And, of course, continue attacking their carriers, but I prefer to go for this one.
Do you think all hell's breaking loose? Nah, just up.
Beautiful.
We're
gonna go down, boys.
Before we were born. Our love.
Keep up the fight, Wildcat Gunner. There we go. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all.
Submarine is an invisible enemy.
Right, here we go. We've got the sub. The sub is still operational. I didn't think it was. And actually, I'm going to go for this guy, just because he would actually take more damage from our submarine than the other carrier. And I believe we have to destroy this entire invasion force either way, so let's go for it. Not bad.
You can see the world's harmony in the skies.
Is there anything better than serving on a U.S. battleship?
Now let's see if our Colorado can wipe him out once and for all. I think we're going to have to wait another turn. But as you can see, this thing is being hit hard. Those guns are brutal.
Let's pray for good weather.
Welcome, folks. Don't be afraid to use the chat. yeah, it's a good point. Unfortunate,
we
unfortunate,
keep
man.
Traditions of the Navy.
Hey, you guys can always find me. Let's see. So we could actually still use some of these points to engage the enemy plane, which is really great. I love that they incorporate that in this game. So in other words, if you fire your main guns, you can still use your secondary guns if you're able to find a target. Without wasting all your movement points. So just really cool additions that they've done to this game. There's a lot of aspects of the gameplay here that I think are quite original compared to a lot of strategy games in the same genre. So I do like that. I do like that. Not gonna lie.
Is there anything better than
Oh my goodness, he can
serving
still
on a
target
US
them from this
battleship?
distance once again.
I don't
Why not?
think
I think
so.
we got a kill on a carrier, boys. And at range as well, that is a dead Japanese
We
carrier.
see it. We
Absolutely beautiful. Truly a work of art. Keep firing. We still got it, boys.
Providing
I am getting nervous with our planes. I really want to land them.
Let's not exceed our
I
range.
feel like they're going to run out of fuel at any moment, but, you know, as you can see, the fuel gauge there, the green, it's sort of like Panzer General or Panzer Corps, where that'll actually start turning, like, orange, and then you know that essentially, yeah, you really do need to do something. Okay, let's push forward.
Yes, sir.
Look at that aircraft carrier. Can we attack one more time? I don't think so. Okay, that's going to be it for now. I'll see if we can repair any of these other ships. Dishoni says, nice game. Yeah, it's a really fun one, man. It's, I'm enjoying it. Alright, let's end the turn. We'll actually pop sonar, why not? Zeros are still in the fight. Oh, some of them actually coming back. Man, okay.
Landed at an airfield within a supply
Took out
zone
one of our actual aircraft there. That was not something I expected. The Japanese are still fighting, and more ships arriving as well. Like I said, I don't think we have enough to take on their entire navy. We are really relying, in large part, to our friends on land to be able to help us here and to send more naval units in time. If we can destroy them, then that'll be amazing, but I don't think so. Also don't think we can land these planes yet. We've got to keep them in the sky, at least the ones that are operational, and keep on fighting this turn. Definitely not time to land.
Move the ship away from the front lines, where it can wait for the end of the operation and much needed repairs.
I don't think we're going to be able to do the secondary objective of saving that fleet if this continues, because again, we really are focusing on the carrier and just the invasion fleet in general. Whoa, another enemy carrier? Really? 3 enemy carriers? Is that possible? My goodness. They certainly believe in this invasion if they're sending that much against us. We need to do an even better job at just destroying these guys. Just absolutely destroying them here and showing them that that is not going to happen. Look at that, more Japanese aircraft arriving, Zeros on the way. At least our men are providing supporting fire here to try and knock down some of the planes, but yeah, quite a lot of action here.
From General MacArthur to Admiral
There we
Nimitz.
go.
Air reconnaissance has spotted a large group of Japanese transport ships approaching Port Moresby from the north. It looks like the landing operation is about to begin.
Now this is where we
All
really
ships
need
and
to
aircraft
try
have been
and
engaged.
destroy
We've
as
thrown
many
everything we
transport
have
ships
at
as
it,
possible.
And it's still not enough. I demand immediate assistance from the Navy.
And we're also going to be getting support here, but we don't actually directly control any of these units. The Admiral Nimitz will actually be controlling these guys on his own. So we just have to hope that the AI is competent here and able to kind of assist. But we do want to try and cut off any transport ships arriving. Although I don't think the battle here is done yet. So let's try and finish off the rest of the enemy here. This could be a kill on the enemy carrier. No, not yet. Although badly damaged. Let's go for another shot. There we go. That is a kill from on the enemy carrier. Now we'll of course start targeting the Kagero class here. Oh, he's got some actual torpedoes still able to fire them at us. That's nice. We'll remember that.
Skillful actions which have resulted in heavy losses for our enemies.
We're on the warpath! Can't we just stay away and launch planes?
Good shot, boys.
They went down in flames, sir!
Alright, I think we now need to focus the fight elsewhere. We definitely need to land some of these guys, but if we look at the fuel 29 of 40 on this guy, for instance, you know, the only reason I'm returning him is because of the damage he's taken. Otherwise, I might actually keep him in the fight. Alright, Wildcats.
Fly!
Before we go for the attack, let's try and hit this guy right here. He's much more susceptible to damage, but you can see that our Wildcats are running out of ammunition. And that's not a good sign.
Guarding the perimeter. Fire away!
Yeah, it's going to be the last Kagero class left here. Guys, another destroyed ship.
Providing air cover.
You can see the world's harmony in the skies.
Again, some of our ships are quite badly damaged at this point, so we might just want to focus on emergency repairs for some of them. Try to get away here.
On the ground, everything's so hectic.
Let's see if you can do any damage. Definitely not. Alright, let's just move northwest here and see if we can't locate those transport ships. They have to be coming from this area here. I'm hoping that's the
Submariners are
case.
the elite of the Navy. Yes, it is us.
You require an escort? We fight! We will teach them humility, providing escort service.
I think that's going to be it for this
Airfield at your
turn. No, we still have a
disposal.
few shots of the aircraft carrier.
Go suck a lemon.
And there we go. Goodbye, Kagero class.
Easy come, easy go.
Now they have nowhere to land those planes, as far as I can tell. Except
Ready
we
to
did see an
launch our
aircraft
Air
carrier over
Force.
there somewhere. But that puts them in a tough position. Yeah, I guess we should keep them in the sky, all things considered. I'm just going to fly one guy over here, make sure that the Japanese aren't attacking from that way. That would be really terrifying.
You can see us?
Carriers are the main instrument of modern warfare. Hey! Where are
And we
escort
might as well go ahead
ships?
and continue the
Hey!
anti-aircraft fire,
Where are
especially if they
escort
don't know
ships?
that they can get back home. They might go ahead and just not
Yes,
kamikaze. I'm not even sure if kamikazes are in this game, but certainly fight to the death.
Not altitude. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
How would you like our big toys?
Oh, one more shot and he's down.
How would you like our big toys?
Beautiful.
How would you like our big toys?
I did not know that he could actually reach with those guns, but that's pretty impressive. All right, let's end the turn. We do any repairs? We don't have fire. We don't really have any issues. We might as well repair if we can, but we just don't have an issue. No real need to repair. All right, I'm starting to see the enemy transport ships arriving there, folks. As long as they're undefended, we shouldn't have too much of an issue sinking them, but we'll see what happens. And they do actually have, it looks like they might have some defenders, though that's an unidentified enemy ship, so for all we know, it's just another transport ship. Yeah, their aircraft carrier is definitely still mobile. The Zeros are fighting very poorly, or I should say our men are fighting very poorly against the Zeros. I expected our Wildcats to do a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Some Allied support arriving from the British, in this case. Or the Australians, or the New Zealanders. Port Moresby. New Zealanders. Kiwis. There we go. Transport. Oh, beautiful. I like the weather effects too. The rain, very pretty.
Rock your world.
All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm guessing we should get closer because closer probably means we can do a little more damage. We even have Marine squads. Can we have our Marine squad board their ship from here? I don't think so. All right, let's see if we can knock them down. Oh my God! Just imagine all of the drowned troops there. Keep it up. For America, this is payback for Pearl Harbor, folks. Payback for the first scenes in this game. Hey, the Hatred 94 reminded me a tiny bit about Steel Horizon. Never played that game. I might check it out afterwards. Hey, Pyro, good to see you. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. That really helps.
Providing escort service.
I really want to try to save this ship, so I'm going to move over here. I had to move him next to the enemy aircraft carrier. That's a great idea. Alright, we're just going to focus on the landing force. Some of these guys I will get back to our actual aircraft carriers, of course.
We keep the skies
They're in no
clean.
position to remain in the fight, and we are not kamikazes.
We keep traditions.
Still have that AA gun. I love that. So we not only got to fire our basic weapons, but now of course we actually get to switch to our anti-aircraft weapons. Really cool addition.
Everything's so hectic.
Go for it.
With great
Go for
power
broke,
comes
boys.
greater bomb.
Leaking fuel there. Not great. Not great.
Guarding the perimeter. They want to escape.
There we go. Beautiful.
What was coming to them?
We could probably even get a shot from here and kill that invading force. Let's push up with the aircraft carrier. This is going to be aircraft carrier versus aircraft carrier. I didn't think it would come down to this, but we might as well target him. He's going to be a danger to us if we keep him here.
Let's see who has the bigger caliber.
Oh, sorry, this is not one of our aircraft carriers. What am I talking about? It's the Northampton class. This is one of the... Is this a British ship? English ship, pardon me.
Bang!
All systems are
Let's
go.
get forward here, actually.
There we go.
We're going for the troop transports. That's our
Go
focus.
suck a lemon. They
The
went
hell
to
with the
their
rest.
glory.
But when we have opportunities, we will
Hey,
engage, as you can see
where
here,
are
some of
escort
the
ships?
other elements of the enemy force.
Our ammunition storage is almost empty.
Going the extra mile to carry out your order, sir. Fire!
Trying to get lucky there on some troop transports. They're definitely not going to survive with a storm like this as well. That just makes things even worse for them.
Enemy. Are we going home? Unseen for the enemy. Underwater we glide.
Conducting active search for enemy subs. Guarding bigger vessels.
Low on bullets, not altitude.
We could actually engage here. Let's go for it.
Gotta do it, boy.
But that was going to be our last chance to damage the Zeros here. But no, we still have a bit of attack. Unfortunately, as you can see there, aircraft out of ammunition. The best place for him to go is right back into the aircraft carrier at this point.
Is there anything better?
Hey, how you doing, Piro? No, I haven't. Oh, I have seen War in the Pacific. You know, I see XRG playing it. The guy's absolutely amazing in it. It's really fun to watch him. But man, that game is so complex. I'm not sure I would ever really want to learn it, to be honest. I do have like a sort of limit on the complexity of my games. You know, semi-complex or pretty complex I'm fine with, but you know, genius level stuff, I just don't have the patience to stop and learn, really. I can tell you I've given it the old college try with the Command Modern Air Naval Operations series, and as much as respect as I have for the series, yeah, I am not getting into that. That is insane. Come on, where's our reinforcements? That's what we really need. Some instant reinforcements here. As you can see, I'm just kind of clicking through the combat because I really want to see what happens, man. I want to get a victory. All right, there we go. Some more air support coming from Port Moresby. That's what we're looking for. And we've got ships approaching too. They're not going to get through here. No way.
Neosho and Sims.
We couldn't save the Neosho and the Sims, but I could care less. As long as we can hold the port, knock out the invading fleet, I'm a happy man. Not sure why we're not able to see the enemy there.
Reporting as ordered.
We could obviously fly a plane over. Should be able to spot them that way.
Continue the onslaught. Firing as we go.
I'm also worried because they're getting awfully close to land. And the last thing we need is the enemy to actually land any troops here. It would be big problems for us. Let's get the Dauntless
If the
out.
infantry is the heart of the armed forces, the air force is their soul.
Hey!
There we go. Yeah, that had to be a transport ship for sure. 7 of 8. So we still have more of the enemy fleet to destroy here.
Supplies.
Amazing.
Take them out.
Now we're definitely having issues with fuel, so let's get back to the ship.
In order to refuel, the aircraft
Land.
has to land in an airfield within a supply zone. Carrier-based aviation can
Bring
use
the warship
carriers
forward.
as
We
an
can target the
airfield.
transport ships, or we can target the carrier. I think with the transport ships that close to land,
One volley of
we're gonna destroy them.
worth more.
Make sure none of that
than
Japanese
my house.
infantry ever actually makes it on the territory.
Bang, bang, bang.
I love that sound effect there. Bang, bang, bang. We've got some destroyers here. Some additional ships that I wasn't expecting.
More than my house.
We need munition supplies. Remember the U.S., bastards!
Is there anything better than serving on a U.S. battleship?
There
I
we
don't
go.
think
Is
so.
that... No, the carrier's not down yet,
better
but
be kept
she is
away from
awfully
the
close to losing it, boys.
We're on the warpath!
One more
Our
attack.
world is full of wonders.
We also
Carriers are
missed
one of them.
this guy right here. Shame on us.
Aye, aye, sir.
Try to cut it off because it is a troop transport. We don't want it to get away.
How may I be of assistance? Seeking out the enemy.
Even with just a single unit in this fleet, we might be able to stop the troop transport. Beautiful.
Admiral Nimitz
Again,
to
they're
Admiral
not too
King.
beefy.
The Japanese landing force was destroyed.
Beautiful, guys. We
the
got 'em.
enemy threat to Port Moresby was annihilated.
Well done.
From
Well done, man. Oh, cool, Hatred. So there's definitely, these fleets proceed to the next mission,
Achieved a
in other
glorious
words.
victory.
I'm guessing there's probably
I
like a support
congratulate
class
you.
that doesn't proceed to the next
From
mission,
Admiral King.
and this one that does. And there we go, a bronze victory. Hey, I'll take it. Like the enemies killed there, etc. So there we go. Finish the operation.
Mr. President, I have great news for you, sir.
Go ahead, Ernest.
Mr. President,
President
we have
of the United
prevented
States.
the Japanese
Yes,
from completing
yes,
their plan
Ernest,
to
what is it?
occupy Port Moresby, sir. The Japs will not show up there
Oh,
again.
man.
The Australian region is now safe.
Congratulations! Our first major battle with the Japanese.
wanna see my
where
FDR
we've been
impression?
victorious.
Hello,
Our
gentlemen.
new
Would you like to sit down for some
Commander-in-Chief of the
tea?
Pacific Fleet,
We
Chester
can have some
Nimitz,
crumpets and tea together
has
here in the
proven that
White
our
House,
trust
the
in
Oval
him
Office.
was well placed.
It's a little, yeah, it's a little that for sure. Oh, neat. Leighton and Admiral Nimitz here.
We shouldn't overestimate our first success in the Coral Sea. Our Pacific Fleet is still numerically inferior to the Japanese. Apparently, the enemy will soon attempt yet another devastating blow. If I cannot predict the exact time and place of that blow, then all my work will be useless. Fortunately, we have the best cryptanalysts in the world at our disposal. They'll soon finish deciphering the Japanese JN25 code, which is considered impregnable. This will enable us to read all of the enemy radio communications and discover its plans in advance.
That's pretty cool. All right, so we've got actually headquarters skills, and I guess these are these things we've actually unlocked as Admiral Nimitz. That is really cool. So for a certain number of victory points, we can actually unlock different bonuses here, like the aviation recon. Let's learn that. Yes. Already studied. Beautiful. Frontline artillery. We haven't dealt with any land battles yet, but this game is not all naval battles, so we should consider potentially adding to the land aspect of the actual game itself. Look at that. So many. I hope we get to do every single one of these missions. Iwo Jima, Mariana Islands, incredible. So the next one is going to be the Battle of Midway, guys. If you did enjoy this stream, make sure to hit that like button. Drop a comment down below after the video uploads, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Really appreciate everybody stopping by. Exactly, Hatred. Congratulations, Mr. President. Anyway, I hope you guys had a blast, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Maybe we'll keep on playing some Strategic Mind in the Pacific, and next we'll try the Battle of Midway. All right, guys, take care. Thank you so much.